simple solutions coming your way here. What would you do if you found $3,000 just surprised in the bank account? Somebody gave it to you. Would you tell your boo? Would you tell your babe? Would you keep it a secret? What about the toilet seat? Is that causing any conflict in your house, in your marriage? Is that a tension? Has anybody fallen in the water? And tell me this right here. Snoring. Is that a problem for y'all? Are you getting the headphones? Are you waking people up? That little subtle push? We're getting into all this and more. Stay tuned. Let's go. What's going on, good people? Welcome back. Another episode of Summing Up with the Sumners. It's your boy Damon.
Katoya.
That's right, my amazing wife. We're both here today getting into simple solutions. Yes, one of our favorite episode types on the podcast here.
It is true. It is true.
Without a doubt. But before we dive into it here, we got some good topics. We scour the interwebs. We don't do anything without saying thank y'all. Appreciate everybody rocking with us, listening wherever you are. And we appreciate it because every week we come into this room here and we put up a little tripod and we got the new mics. But we're only doing this because of y'all. So know that. We appreciate it. We're gonna dive right in. This is we're recording in the daytime in the sunshine. Got a little more energy, a little more pep in the step. You know what I mean? Your face didn't mean like you had more pep.
I don't. I kind of.
She came right off of work. She a grinder. You know what I'm saying? 9 to 5, creative.
Yeah,
right there.
3 songs.
I see it right
have
there.
come into my mind.
3, and I just did an intro for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. I think that's about accurate. About every minute and a half.
A song.
Yeah, it's very true. I don't know what to say.
Hilarious. Just in case you listen for the first time here, you're like, what is Simple Solutions? Simple Solutions, basically, we got on the interwebs for the last few weeks. We scoured. People were asking advice for relationships, for marriages. They were asking for insight. They were asking for feedback. So we're going to give it to them.
We're going to give it to them.
Just like that.
And we want your thoughts. Again, as always, everything is to stimulate more conversation for you and us, because we enjoy talking about this stuff too. So we're going to get going.
Let's go to
Hot
work.
and ready.
Yeah.
Number 1, does the toilet seat being up or down cause strife in your house too? Or is it just me?
Or is it just me? Simple Solutions. I thought that was a myth.
No, it's a real problem.
I did not know that was a real problem here. I thought that was fake.
Why is it not a problem in our house?
Well, I grew up in our house. Well, one, I sit down to pee. That's up top. That's not. I'm gonna sit down.
I was like, oh, that's the thing. Okay. Yeah. Are you comfortable? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Is the toilet seat down? Okay.
It's really one of. Well, here's the thing. Growing up here.
I don't think it's a common thing though.
Growing up, it was a big issue in stand-up and in TV and movies. It would be like a classic trope joke where they're like, put the seat down, or the wife goes to the bathroom, he's in the kitchen right before commercial break, she would fall and like, Jeff, and it's like, so I could see how it could be an issue, but for us, it's not an issue.
I thought you was going to connect that to why you sit.
Oh, I mean, I sit for multiple reasons. I sit literally for people. Why do you think I sit?
I don't know. I never really asked. I just be like, sure, listen, to each his own. It's not a problem in this family.
Not at all. I sit, one, because I'm more comfortable off top. 2, trying to play the part in me sitting more.
Did it?
Yeah. And then 3, it just, why not? Like, I really...
Practice aim.
If I am at a urinal, check. But if I have a toilet seat, it just makes more sense to me.
If someone is hard, then it would be more complicated to sit down.
In the morning time, it's a non-negotiable. It's
stand?
a non-negotiable. No, to sit.
Oh.
Because you have less aim. You have less accuracy. You have less focus. Like this, right?
Whatever it is. I guess to each his own, but I have experienced toilet seats up just like at shared bathrooms, like at work and stuff, and it's extremely annoying. Nobody wants to sit on the rim of a toilet, and no one wants to keep putting something up, down for your needs, right? So if you put the toilet seat up, it should be down. So therefore, you should put the toilet seat back down. It is like common courtesy that if you have to adjust the toilet seat, that you leave it back normal for the next person.
I respect this. It's the same thing when I think about anybody, kids or adults, come into a room where the door was closed. If you come into the room with the door closed, and you leave the room, close the door.
Yeah, I think that's like, even I'm in somebody's office, I'm like, oh, that door is closed. You want me to close that back?
You want me to close that?
Yeah. So it's common courtesy, and y'all need to. Everybody should be discussing.
Have you ever fell in the toilet?
Nah, I never have.
Kid
but I
or
have
adult?
like sat down and been like, oh, that's not the
that-
seat.
that's not-
And
and then-
if you've ever fallen in a
Oof.
toilet,
Oh.
then this is a big problem. Who wants to fall in the toilet?
Toilet water?
Yeah, no thanks.
Ugh.
Yep.
Even at the lowest level, it's not as clean, and it's just
Yeah, stuff be getting in between the seat. Yeah.
Ugh.
And then like men are just, I'm sorry, like then like drops on the seat. It's just too much. So put it back right, please. The
Fellas,
end.
I will say this though before we move on. If you are gonna stand, which is your right and your choice,
I think you're at the opposite end of this.
what do you mean?
I think most men stand.
And that's a problem. I could talk about this for 20 minutes. If somebody was like, yo, Dave, what's your soapbox? It's one of them. Literally, there is no more benefit to standing than sitting. There's just not. There is not a case for you being taller away from you having to put something in a bowl than me being closer. You got to do more cleanup. Guarantee you're doing more cleanup than me. It's not as comfortable. Like what if you're 6'3" and your toilet's real low? You know what I'm saying? Like there's so
I
many.
hear you.
There's
I
so
just
many
feel
factors.
like there's a whole nother side of this conversation.
What is it?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't know.
I
either.
have a vagina.
Yes, and I have a penis. Penis have to stand up.
I'm gonna let penis people talk about it.
Penis
and
people
not
gotta
a vagina.
I really
person.
can move on. We gotta move
I just
on.
know that I like to sit down.
Yes.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to stand. Well, squatting is hard.
That's true.
Gets a little messy.
Everybody sit down.
Yeah. Anyway.
What's next?
So,
all right, let's
if
see what.
you were surprised with $3,000, would you tell your babe? That's a lot of money.
3,000.
I mean, 3,000 is
money.
pretty substantial.
Simple solutions.
Depending on your income, maybe that's like not that much. But like for us, $3,000 be like, man, we could save, kill debt. I mean, although we're doing really good with debt,
It's been a good time for us.
we could definitely just save it.
Yes.
Now, I wouldn't be sad if he secretly kept 1,000 and then put 2,000.
Well, simple
Like
solutions.
depending on who money is this, where's money come from?
Right.
Because if it came from your work, that's your business essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like not.
We run our accounts together. Our money goes together,
Unless
and then we have
it's like business oriented, like it's like
our personal businesses.
Right.
But even then, still, if it needs to go to the family, it goes to the family.
yeah.
For whatever case
money's
may be.
always available for
right?
the family first.
For us, $3,000 can be significantly helpful for us.
Yeah.
So I'm not keeping that from you personally here.
No, I'm not.
right? Now, if I get $3K from comedy, then yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to
already
be
allocated in
sectioned
some
off,
ways,
right?
right.
Things like this.
Right.
But it also feels, when I read this, when I put this one in, these always have, tiers to it here. If you were surprised with $3,000, would you tell your bae? Somebody here who wrote this clearly received some unknown money and probably got into a tiff when partner found out about this unknown money. That's how I took this to be perceived as here. I think the amount matters more than anything else.
Yeah, and you know that amount for you and your family. Because like if he had $300, I wouldn't care.
$300 probably just going to pay some comics.
But $3,000, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good.
$3,000, oh man,
$13,000, oh man.
if I found out you had $13 unknown $1,000,
Unknown
I'm
thousand.
upset. 13 unknown thousand.
I wish I could surprise you and be like, guess what? I got $13 unknown $1,000.
13 unknown.
You like that, don't you?
There's not even. I don't even have a. Oh, I guess my Venmo. I guess we both probably have one or two smaller tier 2 type cards that you could try to hide a little bit of money. Because I do, when her birthday's coming up, right? Mother's Day just passed. So as a partner, right, you try to process. I try to process through how to kind of keep money. All right, I'm just gonna drop this. I don't want to see it come out the account if she's looking, right? So I'll move money over, but $13 unknown $1,000? No.
13. We upped it, but 3 is still
We did up it.
significant. So yeah, you should tell your folks, and y'all should know the number that's like significant. Like I said, 300, I ain't stressing. 3,000, I'm interested.
For sure. Next up here, simple solutions. Here we go. Should my wife be allowed to go on this girls trip, which is key right here, with her, all caps, single friends? Okay? With her they put this on here, all caps with single friends. Maybe if everybody was booed up, married for 2 years, parents, that'd be one thing. But they came was like on this trip with her single friends. Simple solutions.
If you trust your wife, it shouldn't be no problem.
Bang.
I mean, I think, granted, they'll go probably to clubs. They'll do single people things. I just hung out with one of my single friends, and I was like, whew, this is different. It wasn't even as grand as I thought it was going to be.
What's that mean?
It's just was like, whew, I just want to chill and have fun. And you scouting. I don't know what to do. I was like, what are we going to do? Like, it felt like some of that. Just a little bit. Like,
just a little bit.
Yeah, like, we had two different intentions for
there was
the environment.
There was a possibility you could have went home by yourself. Is that what you're saying?
No, it wasn't that bad. But it was just kind of like this isn't my scene. But I still, it was fine. But essentially, you know, I was there like ready to dance and have a good time. Like, you know, maybe she was there more scout. And I was like, well, I'll be wingman, you know. So I think that every single person needs somebody who is taking, you know, they your wingman, is having fun. I think it's good to go out and get a little bit of the, oh, girl, you having fun and living this life, and then be like, whoo, I'm ready to go back home to mine. So I think it's all about trust.
It is all about trust. It's also about like communication, because do both, like, I don't know if both people are on the same page about this trip going either way, right? There's two sides of this coin here, of course. And then, like, one, there's an element of, is this going to be one trust? We're going to put trust aside. If we got trust back. But, like, also, is this going to be a benefit of self-care and filling their bucket to go out, get out the house, right? We're recording this, May 2022, coming off of still with inklings of a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I ain't been out the house in 19 months.
Right.
Let's go hit Miami for 2 weeks. Let's go hit, not 2 weeks, but 4 days, right? Et cetera.
It also makes you think about, like, when you get in different stages of life with friends too, like, it's intentional to still, like, be intentional in their world and them and yours.
Yes. Ooh,
so
yes.
You're like, oh, man, oh, she can't go because she married, you know?
No,
and that's the last thing I like. It's like, don't be trying to disqualify me because I'm married or because I can't.
That's what Katoya and I said.
Yeah, let me see if I want to do that.
Okay, because I might not invite you because you can't bring none to the potluck. You might just bring paper plates.
This a kid's party. What I'm inviting you for?
Why are you here? You don't want that, right? You got to be booed up to get to this Uno night, but we still might invite you.
Yeah, we want to invite you.
Okay.
We still love you.
How about that?
This is like that.
It matters, though.
So I think those are some considerations.
No, those are definitely some considerations.
Now, if she was going all the time, it'd be a little different. You know, I feel like there's, you know.
And there's also a misconception. Go ahead.
Well, because we also get those simple solutions that are like, if she know her friend cheating, but she don't tell, then what does that say about her? You know, stuff like that. So I do think, like, there's some elements around it. If it's consistent or
right.
I don't know.
There's also a misconception though here that the single friends are making poor choices, and that married people wouldn't, which is also not true.
Yeah, that is very true.
Like, so there's,
just because they single don't mean they about to go be wild.
And just because you
unless you already think those friends are wild,
right?
We don't know.
We don't know. But also on the side don't mean that you go with 5 married women, and you know they. Who know how in shambles they marriage could be.
We try to be wild.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's also
we all taking. You ready to be wild? Yeah, let's do it.
And by wild, she don't mean much at all. 2 margaritas and they down by 10, y'all. Don't.
We can only go out one night. We make one night count. That's it.
They be out one night. Other night they
be like, oh yeah, we're just relaxing and chilling.
Hey, I just want to do karaoke.
I'm always like, y'all be very careful what we choose to do the first night, because we know we can't repeat the nights again. They can't. We just ain't got that in us. Oh hell, I don't even know if I ever did.
They be worried about Couture going to Miami. No, no, I'm not. I know.
No, we had a great time.
Great times we had.
Anyway, what's the next one? Our intimacy is lacking. Barely any foreplay. It's quiet. Passion is lacking. How do I go about this convo?
Simple solutions. Gently.
Nah, you just get firmly. Drunk or smoke a little and then like, no, I'm just messing.
Gently but yet firmly. Like, because I read this with like desire, which is dope. Like there's still a desire to be intimate with their partner. There's still this desire to make their sex life better, stronger, more healthy. So that's how I took it, right? Our intimacy is lacking, barely any foreplay. It's quiet, passion is lacking. How do I go about this convo? This is clearly a conversation we need to have. This is clearly a dialogue that could have been had months, who knows, years ago. So, sex, money, right? Family, those are a few things that can be touchy. So if you do want to have a healthy, productive conversation, come in with some gentleness, but also come in with some clarity and some focus.
Yeah, and then I think we always say conversation and communication, and I do 100% agree with that. But I do really believe in maybe y'all drinking some, like a wine. It sounds like people are in their brain a little bit. Like, it's quiet. We're like maybe thinking, or maybe you're both in your head. And I think maybe have a glass of wine and like ease yourself into the night a little bit better. Could like take off some of that thoughts of whatever y'all thinking about. Because I do agree with communicating, but then, there's sounds like there's a lot of thinking.
Sex is interesting just because, like anything else, it can get mundane, it can get routine. So I don't know how much or how little they're drinking of wine, because that's very valid right there to kind of
just
loosen
a little
yourself up.
some.
I think on top of that as well is the element of, and just a plug here, we just did a 5-part series in February about sex. Go check that out. We'll link that in the show notes. They're real professional. And so, but I think there's an element of like continuing to push yourself with like creativity and like getting out your comfort zone.
But you probably want to talk about that. I mean, like,
no, for sure.
Or
Yes.
just do it.
Or just
Some
do
things
it.
is just like, I'm going to try it and it might fail and we awkward. Or it'd be like, I'm going to try it and it was success and
Just
we
try it.
did it.
That's it.
Say no. Say what you want. Say it in the moment. Some things are in the moment.
Some things are in the moment.
Some things are, I think we should have a conversation.
True.
But I think, but if this don't sound like these are the people who are ready to be in the moment.
Not yet.
They might with
They
a
might
little
be.
liquid courage or
Maybe.
something.
Maybe.
But if not, then, you definitely want to just have.
And all of these things too, your intimacy is big picture, but foreplay, quiet, and passion. Those are three. Like if you want to get, we ain't gonna get scientific, but like all of those can be hit. So it's quiet. Well, is there music popping off? You know what I'm saying? That's one.
Do you want music?
Right?
Or
Foreplay. Is anybody who's initiating foreplay? We both initiating foreplay.
Are you comfortable talking in sex?
Right, and it ain't gotta be dirty talk. Just in general.
Yeah, because it's quiet.
Right.
What does that mean?
You just hear a mattress.
I mean, like,
here.
is there some oohs, some ahs, some?
You fake it.
I
Even
like
if you
it
just
like
fake
that.
it. Yeah, just get crazy. Get out the element. You know what I mean? Just mix it up.
Aww.
Passion is lacking. How much are you kissing? Is there any kissing and rubbing and touching?
Or that getting to it, like
getting to it.
is the mood right? Before the mood. My biggest thing. One of my
the
biggest
lead
things
up?
about yes. Are you talking to me throughout the day? Have you hugged me? Have you kissed me? Have you slapped my booty? Have you? Where we at?
Before 8 p.m.
Yeah, and then we just in the bed thinking, well, this is the next step.
I guess this is what
well,
we're supposed to do.
What?
To bed.
This is the next step. There was no previous steps. So I do think I think what I am saying is that intimacy starts before the bedroom.
It definitely does.
Before we even just get to the sex, essentially, what about the intimacy before the bedroom?
Yeah. And fellas, I just want to specifically talk to the fellas here. Don't sleep on the foreplay. Don't sleep on the foreplay.
No, spend your time. I just
Okay?
was like, babe, I think we need a challenge where it's not even about penetration right now. It's about like it's a foreplay challenge on both ends.
On both ends.
And we're going to see how good until before,
You know. Y'all know.
Because it's just spend more time. Spend more
What are we
time
rushing to?
exploring each other's bodies and
There's also an element too of like
understanding
we could talk about
what somebody likes or not
That's
likes. Because
big.
that's what you're doing.
That's big.
You're not saying I'm finna rush and get to sex, but like, what you like now?
Yeah.
Man, we've been together for 13
For
years.
13
You like
years.
this?
Do you still like this? Maybe you don't like it
You
anymore.
like it harder. What you like? You like legitimate things that we need to explore as couples, especially new because you're figuring each other out, or old because you're so used to each other.
Because you already figured each other out. If
At
you
least
got
you
the same,
think.
if you got the same 3 positions in 2008, Mix it up.
And I think it's awkward. I understand
be.
it being awkward because you're like,
Yes.
oh, you like that now? And why you like that?
Because I'm 41 now.
Because I want to try something
Okay?
different.
Because I've been doing it for a decade.
You
That's why I
in
like that
or
now.
no? Because we need to figure it out.
What we
Because I think
doing?
I like it. Well, I don't know if I like it until you do it.
Until we try it.
So
Okay.
that took a long time.
Ladies?
I was really thinking about all the possibilities.
Come on now, ladies. Start choking your man a little bit more.
Oh.
Mix it up in these streets.
Oh. That's the one you went for.
There's a lot.
There's a lot
I've
to
been
do.
very reserved for y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm a professional.
We're moving.
You understand.
That's
Next
so
up,
funny.
here we go. Let's keep it moving. What should I do if my spouse is always late? It's killing me. Simple solutions.
I don't know, Damon. What you think?
Listen, man. Simple solutions.
You express yourself, man.
Problem. You got to figure out. You got to figure out how to solve this problem in different ways. I know there's certain ways and certain times where I can meet Katoya there. I know I can leave Katoya because we have another car. I know that I can get ready when she's fully ready. So I have learned it has been a intriguing journey for us as a couple to figure out.
I am this person.
Well, we care differently about time management and punctuality.
It just depends on the event.
Yes, sure. And so that's what I'll say. But time does matter differently to different people in a relationship. What do you think? Either side of the equation.
Well, I think the same way you said, I can meet you, I can leave you. I think knowing, okay, this is important to them, I need to be on time. I think like going in loosely to certain things or knowing the non-negotiables and then understanding the things that maybe can be a little flexed upon. It's really just ultimately a consideration thing. I mean, being on time is great. Excuse me. I don't always prefer to be on time, but I like to be on time.
I mean, it definitely depends on what you're talking about, right? We're talking about
Yes.
important things. Important things have more weight, right?
Right.
Things that are for other people, right? Those for kids or for your spouse or for whoever, those have more weight because you want to be considerate of them. You know what I mean? So when it involves other people in general, in my opinion, I think it is important to be early and be on time. It's
Ooh,
things that
being
you can roll up
early is
to.
one thing.
You can be respectfully
It's a whole
early.
nother thing.
Right? If it's something that's just for you or whatever the case may be, then kind of do your thing, player. But it said, what should I do if my spouse is always late? It's killing me, right? Because this isn't, oh man, they get to work late. This is like we're going on a date night, or we're going to hang out with friends, or we're going somewhere together.
I mean, one of the age-old things is to tell them a different time that it starts. Like, I mean, I know people hate that one, but like if you say it starts at 7 and you know they're going, you need to be there by 8, but they ain't gonna be ready till 7:30.
Is that the thing people do?
Yeah, you don't say the correct time.
I've known you for what, 17? Never done that. I've never given you a wrong time.
Yeah, but like we need to be out of here by 8.
I tell people where they're supposed to be and I expect them
Like
to be there.
like we need to be out of here by 7. Oh, what time it start? We need to be out by 7.
It don't start at 10.
Yeah, but you're gonna be 30 minutes after.
Time is such a crazy
It
thing.
is a tough one though, but it takes understanding. The thing is, you knew they was late before
You didn't know
got
that.
together.
You did know that. Let's not get that twisted. You definitely knew that. You know, and it can lead to both. And it's not just one person being upset, other person like whatever, because it's going to lead to a spat. It's going to lead to a
Right.
night maybe
It
getting
leads
messed
to
up.
tension.
It's going to lead to tension that nobody wants. So it is a give and a take. You know, now I usually don't put my shoes on till Katoya's got the keys in her hand. And that kind of keeps me at bay of not getting too frustrated.
See my
right?
eyes?
I put my attention elsewhere.
Because then what I do is when I'm fully done, I'm like, I get the keys, I'm in the car.
And I'm just like, oh, bet, let's go. Then I got boom,
You waiting
boom.
on me, get this.
Yeah.
I'm in the car.
Yeah. And then I'll roll up. We ready. A few more. Let's keep it going. There's simple solutions here. What's something y'all do? What's something to do? What's something y'all do that makes your marriage fun? Because we need ideas.
We were actually saying the same recently. I think it's just something about this pandemic.
Yes.
It's just like how you're getting out of it together.
Get back out of it.
Because I feel like we have fun individually well because we have interesting hobbies, right? Like I do fitness and that's fun to me. Damon does his comedy and that's fun to him. So we have very independent, life-giving things. But I still feel like we're searching in a new season of what collectively looks like. So we've made a list and we have ideas, but it's just a matter of putting those things into motion.
That's a piece of it. And I think that's specifically outside the house fun. Because I think inside the house fun, we would not be, in my opinion, this podcast wouldn't be as smooth if we did not enjoy being around each other.
100%.
Right? So there's inside the house fun, in my opinion, where we can laugh, we can be on the couch, we can share videos, we can talk, we can be playful in the bedroom and not even sexually, but just we can have fun
enjoy
in
each
the
other's
house.
company.
But there is another element that is important for sure, to keep that spontaneity, to keep that magic, to keep that fire, to keep that, just fun in a relationship that goes outside the house. And that is a big part has been the pandemic. But in general, coming out, we can't keep excuses. So yes, from the list to putting it on the calendar and holding to it. It's just something and just doing it.
Just doing
so,
it. I don't even know if it's stuff that I like. Some of the stuff I think I want to do.
Likewise. I'm like, I don't know if I would ever be about
I don't
myself.
even know.
But at least we got it. Going back to the sexual thing, though, for real, it's getting out the comfort zones and trying different things. I've never done
two
this.
people to do it with you, double dates.
I've never thrown an
dates
axe, but I'll try it.
Ugh.
Exactly.
I
don't like to go hiking, but I'll
that.
try it. I don't love jazz, but I'll try it. So there's all these, and I gave you 3 different ones if you're paying attention. I went music, I went hiking, I know what I'm doing.
There was this one thing I wish I had really done. It was a Game of Thrones symphony.
I do remember you sent it, saw it on Facebook or something.
I was like, man, I really wish I would have went to
just
that.
Heard
I just would have been just remembering.
It's a top 5 show for us. It's a top 5 show. Yes,
just
it is.
Enjoy the musicality.
Yeah, 100%.
But just trying something new. Just saying we did that. We made a memory. We
Yeah.
had a fun ice cream after. We talked. We laughed. We observed people. But I do think there's an element of getting out of the house. But
We're gonna. I want y'all to hold us to it. We're gonna book 2 date nights after this podcast here. We're gonna come back next week and we're gonna tell you about those 2. Cause we just gotta do it more. We just gotta put it on the calendar because our schedule gets busy. Katoria's getting busier. I'm getting busier. The family's getting busier. We got our youngest daughter trying to play 2 sports. Like, it's a lot happening in our lives. So if it does not get on the Sumner's calendar, that day will eventually get filled up.
It's true.
So
we started out real strong at the beginning of the year, but just like, anything, it fizzles out. And so it's time to get back on that.
Last one. Let's do one more here before we get out of here.
We feel you.
Yes, facts. What we got?
My husband thinks my snoring is unattractive and wants me to look at medical support. What should I do? Tell the man to go sleep. Leave you alone. What you gonna do?
First off,
Dang was snoring yesterday. I was like, dang, we love each other.
Simple solutions.
And I was like, I bet I'd be doing the same thing.
We snore. I think it's a low number. I think the percentage is like lower than 20% of humans who don't snore at all.
Do I still snore for real?
Yes.
Like bad?
Not bad.
I just don't really know what I sound like. Can you record me one day?
I will.
I want to know.
We snore, right? But usually if you're going to sleep roughly at the same time, you'll be sleeping the next 10 minutes too, and nobody hears the snoring.
Yeah, and if you if you waking up for somebody snoring, that's another story.
That's a different story. Put the nostrils on, start small. He said medical support. Like, she needs to see a surgeon. Like, start with the strips. I know that
it's like something he grew up with. It was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she snores.
It's like, oh, girls fart? It's like, yeah, they snore too.
I need you to stop doing that. It's messing up my perception of you.
Yeah. Which, do you snore? Do you fart in your sleep? Like, all these things that you can't really control, one, is a thing too. But also, you could also go sleep at the same time. You go to another room. You can put on headphones. There's different strategies here before we got to pull out a surgeon.
But, snoring is not something you can really help. But I do think about, like, I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, me and Damon are just, like, ripped off all the Band-Aids of relationships. I, like, talk about periods and stomach hurting and diarrhea. Like, it's just all out there at this point. Yeah. And I was like, wouldn't have been bad to keep some of those things in life.
Take some things to the grave.
And I have a friend, they're married, and she's like, yeah, like, not until just recently did, like, he ever see her on the toilet. Mm-hmm. And I was like, she was like, yeah, we just thought we'd protect that. And I was like, that's really thoughtful.
It is thoughtful.
Because I was like, no, this is me.
Yeah, that's what Katoya said. I was like, oh, okay. All right, that's you.
I mean, so you might want to establish what you want to know and don't know
I'm like,
in your
close the
relationship.
door.
I mean, at this
Close
point,
the
it's
door.
all too late for us. But
Yeah, we're going. We out here, y'all. We in the trenches all the way.
it's
Yes.
all. Can you look at this?
Yeah, that's where we at. Body searches. You understand me? TSA out here.
Look closer.
That's it. Simple solutions. Oh man, let
Good
us know,
stuff, folks.
Good stuff. Let us know
These
what you
actually
think.
weren't
here.
like horrible.
No, they weren't hard. These were real, practical, tangible ones
'cause
for
sometimes
sure.
it'd be like, but why?
Yeah, but also don't, right? We're going to keep the conversation going over on Instagram. That's where we'd love for you to follow. Rock with us over there. Sum it up. Sumners, S-U-M. Sum it up. Sumners over on Instagram and TikTok. Also the same. Sum it up, Sumners here. So check us out over there for more dope content. That's it. We did it.
Simple solutions. Sum it up with the Sumners. We'll see y'all next week. Beautiful briny sea. Just used it the other day. Using it very regularly. Artisan goods. Your sugar, your spice, everything nice to add flavor to your next cuisine. Check them out. Beautiful briny sea. And while you're at it,
Yes, while you're at it, please use the code we got right now through the month of June. Spice it up, Sumners. Spice it up, Sumners, to get 20% off your purchase.
pretty solid.
That's pretty solid right there, y'all. All the good dry artisan goods. Add some more love to your spice rack. Check them out. Appreciate y'all listening.